All right, y'all, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to another great video, all right? In this video, we're going over a very important movement and how to perfect it and do it, and that's the squat, baby, all right? So we're gonna talk about the squat. I'm gonna talk about my setup, what I think you should kind of work on, my checklist, and just how to improve your squat, okay? So if you have problems with your squat or just want to improve your squat, maybe you have tried to adjust it and it haven't worked, try this video out, give it a try. Make sure you listen to all my tips, watch it all the way through as I give an example, and I also demonstrate as well while with me doing the squat. And hopefully we learn something and get better with our squats, lift some good weight, and get strong, baby, all right? As always, don't forget to turn your post notifications on, like, comment, and subscribe. And always remember, all work, light work, baby.
Let me pop my shit. I done came up, let me talk my shit. Red bottom shoes, really watch on wrist. Don't wear skinny jeans cause the Glock won't fit. And I don't hang around many cause these niggas ain't legit. And I was taught to keep it real ever since I was a jit. I always stay down, know I'm about to be rich. So if you don't like me, then you can kiss my grits. The hell that means.
All right, y'all, so like I said in the intro, we're gonna go over the squat, all right? So before we actually load the bar and actually get into the real work, I always suggest starting with the bar, okay? Always start with the bar and get some, you know, some practice reps, some warm-up reps in. No matter how much you lift, I don't care if it's 100 pounds to 500 pounds, you should always start with the bar. I think it's very important. Just, you know, get your body in that groove, get it going, get it ready for what it's about to do. Focus on your technique and all of that type of stuff. Just get your mind right, okay? So as you see, the bar is empty. And I get ready to do my practice reps, make sure when you hit the bar and using the bar and only using the bar that we treat it like it's heavy. We don't treat it like it's light and kind of forget about our technique, forget about bracing, forget about all these things that's important to squatting, all right? So make sure you treat the bar like it's a whole bunch of weight on it, and you really, really have to make sure we stand tight and just going through our checklist as far as everything we need to do with squatting, all right? First and foremost, as you notice, I am barefooted, all right, barefooted. The reason I go barefoot, and to be honest, I don't always go barefoot when I squat. Sometimes I just wear whatever I have on and get the job done. But I personally like going barefoot, especially when I know I have a heavy squat day. It's just so I can grab that ground a little bit better and get a better support while I'm squatting, all right? So really grab that ground. And if you're asking what you mean by grabbing that ground, troop, so I just mean, I'm here, tripod foot. I'm sure y'all heard this plenty of times. Big toe, small toe, heel on the ground. And when I'm actually squatting, I get in this position. This is what's grabbing the ground, my toes. It's what's grabbing the ground. I'm trying to stay flat. I don't want to elevate it heel or anything of that nature, all right? So this is the reason why we go barefooted when we squat, all right? So now let's go ahead and get into our proper steps and our little checklist that we go through when we are squatting. First, make sure the bar height is good for you, all right? I see sometimes people get up under the bar height a little too low or might be a little too high. They gotta get on their toes. These are dangerous things. Seem simple, don't seem dangerous, but once you really got some load on that bar, you need to make sure that the bar height is perfect for you, all right? It's customized for you, so always do that, and that's why it's important to always start with the bar only, okay? So we go here, bar height perfect for me. Okay, and I personally like to go here, and then I get up under. I come closer to them. All right, so what I want y'all to see, it's a couple ways, real quick, it's a couple ways that you can unrack the bar, all right? You can go high bar, which I used to train and perform my squats like a long time ago, and you can go low bar. Real quick, I'm gonna go over real quick. This is high bar, all right? So I'm here, and it's just basically high on my shoulders, okay? As you see, it's a line on top of my shoulders, So when I unwrap, it's sitting up high. I take my couple steps back, and then we get to work, all right? Next, I'm gonna show you low bar. Personally, I like low bar a little bit better. Keep the load towards the back of my body, working my hamstrings, letting my bigger muscle hamstrings and my glutes kind of do the work versus using just quads, mostly quads and glutes, doing high bar, okay? But it do take a little bit of flexibility, especially in your elbows and your wrists as well. So, you know, you might have to really work your way to that point. But I personally like it, all right? So high bar setup is pretty much the same. I'm going to get up here, boom. So instead of going right up here, I'm going to bring it lower, all right? And now I'm at this part. So I'm like the mid part of my back, all right? So instead of being here, I slide in a little bit more, and I like to really dig my shoulders into that. I lift off, I take my couple steps, and then we get to work, all right? It's just that simple. Again, you wanna make sure that the bar fits perfectly on your back or on your shoulders, depending on what you're doing, and really take your time, all right? Once you lift off, you should get tight. It should really work, all right? So here, we got tight in our upper back. Again, I'm gonna show low bar because that's what I do, all right? We get tight in our upper back, so when I'm here, so I'm not just like this. I tighten it up, all right? I lift off. Pay attention to my feet before I lift off, all right? My feet is here, already ready. I'm not close together. Feet out, not close together, okay? Not close together at all. Feet out. So once I'm here, all I gotta do is pop up. I take a step, and maybe one more step to widen out, and then it's straight to the work. I drop down, boom. Deep breath before you go in. Exhale at the top. All right, come over here. It's a deep breath before I go down. Exhale on the top. One more time. Deep breath before I go down. Exhale on the top. And then we walk it back. All right, that deep breath is allowing you to brace your core, which protects your back and allows the bigger muscles, our quads, our glutes, our hammies, to do the work and not our lower back, all right? So it's very important to brace. And as I'm coming up, I like to pull down on the bar, help keep my chest upright. I make it all the way to the top, and then I exhale, all right? On the second part of this video, we're gonna go over what we do once we actually unrack it and we'll actually add some weight to it. So you actually see how it is when there's some load on, what I do once I'm starting hitting my reps, what I do once I unrack it, how I brace, what do my feet do, and everything of that nature. So y'all be sure to stay tuned to the second part.
All right, y'all, as you see, we getting ready to set up the squat, okay? So I always like to try to keep the same routine every time I set up, whether it's squatting, benching, or deadlift, and I try to do the same thing. Here, as you see, I'm trying to ground my feet. That's the first thing I'm thinking about, keeping that chest up and getting as low as I possibly can, all right? Everybody depth will be different when it comes to squat. Everybody's setup will be different when it comes to squat, but make sure you keep it the same and really challenge yourself with your depth, all right? As you see, I'm barefoot because I wore some blazers and they're just a little high, so I want to make sure I'm really feeling the ground, I'm flat-footed as possible, and I can really ground, really feel the ground with my toes, okay? Another thing is making sure that I'm bracing myself with my core. So I'm inhaling all the way down, holding it, bracing, and then I exhale and relax at the top. Again, if you have a mirror, make sure you use it. If not, just visualize, find a point in the mirror or a wall or any point in anything that's in front of you to keep your head up, all right? Once you start dipping your head, your chest will dip as well. We're not trying to do that, okay? Pull down on the bar as you coming up. Take your time. Exhale at the top. And then we re-rack, baby. That easy.
All right, y'all, so that concludes the squat video, okay? I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. I hope you actually got something from it, okay? Now, squats, personally, man, hey, I know it's hard, man. It's very hard to do. It's a very challenging exercise, very challenging movement, but it's one of the most essential movements that you need to do. It's one of the best movements that you need to do, one of the best movements for the bang for your buck, all right? So really get up under that bar. Don't be scared. Really work. Just check, run through that checklist and make sure you working your technique. If your technique good, everything else is going to be good. Depth should be good, so don't quarter squat. Don't do no half-ass squats. Really push yourself, all right? Let's really push ourselves. Let's be great. So really take these tips, hone them in, practice, start light, work our way up. Form is everything. And I'll see you guys on the next video as I give you a tip about the bench press.
Late for greatness, gotta be great. I really got it on my mind.